Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle for today, Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the talk, or the tube, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. If some of it does not, please leave it on the table for someone else. We just don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. Okay. I'm kind of out in the open here. All the cats are here, so you could possibly see a cat. It's kind of a gamble. I don't know. I'm just changing up some scenery today. I was going to go out and run errands this morning. I was going to go to the apple orchard in Wisconsin. And then I'm like, you know what? I can't. I can sit home and wait for this damn package because it could come at any time. And I need it. I hope you like my hat. It's my voodoo hat from Voodoo Donuts. When I saw it, I was like, I'm getting that hat. $20, $30, $40, I do not care. Give me the hat. Well, I call it a beanie. But 2 cards on the table. Ooh. 3 cards on the table. 4 cards on the table. 5 cards on the table. 6 cards on the table. 2 cards on the table. Oh, sorry. 8 cards on the table total. I'm going to do one more shuffle. Nine cards on the table. Ten cards with bottom of the deck. I'm going to set this over here. Except I don't want to set it on another deck. Because I don't roll like that. All right. Setting it on its own box. We've got Innocence. We've got the Herald. I just have my hat on, by the way, my beanie on to like damp down my hair because it's like all poofy. We got the Awakener. The Untouchable. The Warrior. The Swift. The Bastion. I was talking to my cat in French last night, and Olivia, that has the 2 doggies, I think she has a new boyfriend, and he has a dog. And he was out there with his dog, and I'm standing by the window talking to my cat in like French, very like Seriously, it's just a jumble of words, the words that I remember in French, because I don't know French. Dog was looking at me, and I'm sure he was looking at me too. He's probably thinking, like, she knows French? No, I don't. The tribe, the gatekeeper, and bottom of the deck, the all-seer. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. So I'm picking up on two scenarios, but I think I'm picking up on two scenarios because I think there's. What did I hear earlier? I heard something earlier and I didn't say it. I should have said it. Right now I'm hearing there was a changing of the guard. The bastion. It's like being on guard or being a guard or something like that. I always attribute it to like guarding, protecting. So what I think is someone was protecting something or someone or someone's and then came to some type of realization and had a change of heart. I just heard grew a heart and is now guarding or and protecting someone else. So this is what I'm seeing here. This herald, aka the awakener, aka the untouchable, aka the gatekeeper, aka the all-seer. They're the same person. And whoever this person is, this is someone that comes from a place of innocence. This is someone that comes from a place of authenticity, someone that is genuine. Like, even in the face of brutal attacks, personal brutal attacks, this person still holds an innocence to them. Like, this person doesn't let a bitter world corrupt them. Okay. Sorry, let me turn this so you guys can see a little bit better, just in case. This warrior was at one time, okay, this warrior. It doesn't matter, man, woman, it doesn't matter. Was protecting this tribe. Now, the tribe is three people: the warrior, someone who thought they were the gatekeeper, and someone who thought they were the all-seer. They are not. Whoever this tribe was, they were pulling their energy, the energy, from this herald, awakener, untouchable, gatekeeper, all-seer. And that's how these two people in the tribe took on these personas, even though they were not theirs to take on. These would be two people that dibble and dabble in like dark magic, black magic, candle magic, moon magic, kitchen magic, sex magic, whatever kind of dark magic you could think of. That's what they would dibble and dabble in. I don't know if. So I think this warrior joined this tribe on purpose and of free will at first and started to waver in their allegiance. And the gatekeeper and the all-seer put some black magic on this warrior to keep them in line to keep them obedient, to keep them as a guard, as a protector. This warrior is very was very much in their ego, because they just, like, they believe themselves to be there of free will the whole time, when in fact the reality of the situation is these two people, the gatekeeper, the all-seer, were probably doing magic on them from the beginning, some kind of magic. I just heard beauty magic. So, like, and I don't want to put anybody down and say anybody's attractive, because maybe they're not. These could be two of the most beautiful men or women on the planet, but they would use beauty magic on this warrior to just keep them blinded, right? Like, oh, I'm in love with them, or oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's just another way to keep them in line, to keep them interested, to keep them there. With the Swift card, I'm getting a couple things. One is this warrior soon found out that something was going on, and whoever this herald, I'm just going to call them the herald because it's easier. Whoever this herald is was really the person that should be protected, basically. That they were protecting the wrong people. This fake gatekeeper, this fake all-seer. That the tribe was in fact false, a false narrative, a facade. When they found out the truth about the switcheroo, basically, right? It's basically a switcheroo. Um, I, I don't see the warrior falling out with the tribe, but I do see them like taking a step back to the point where the rest of the tribe, the false gatekeeper, the false all-seer, just threw more magic at them to try and keep them going and working for them. But you got to realize that black magic only works on people if they believe it. Black magic only works on people when they don't protect themselves, when they don't have a belief in God, when they have doubt, that kind of thing. Um, especially when they, honestly, especially when they don't believe in themselves. And this warrior was waking up, basically, was having an awakening, or realizing, like, hey, like, I should be on a healing journey, So this warrior will eventually decide. Sorry, I just got a message of some kind. Just weather bug. I get weather alerts from Arizona, where my grandparents are buried, and weather alerts for Fargo, North Dakota, where my aunt lives. So this warrior finally came to the conclusion, like, they needed to fully leave this tribe. Like, they don't belong there. They no longer felt at home there. The all-seer, so just because the gatekeeper and the all-seer are false, right? Like, they stole somebody else's persona, that doesn't mean that they don't have gifts. That doesn't mean that they're not intuitive. That doesn't mean that they're not psychic. It's just someone that has abilities sees someone else with better abilities or more abilities and decides to copycat that person, decides to feast off their energy, decides to try and take what they have. So this all-seer knew that this was coming. At some point knew that this was going to come. I mean, let's just be honest. Anytime any individual, whether they have gifts or not, if they have a negative thought and they keep sending like hate towards somebody, at some point that shit is just going to bounce off and come back at you. I mean, that's what karma is. And you can try and dodge that shit all you want, but it's not going to happen. Eventually it's going to come back around. And it got to the point where this gatekeeper and this all-seer were sending magic to the warrior to try and get them to like stay, come back, whatever you want to call it. They're sending magic to this herald because they're trying to put them down in some type of way. They're trying to make them think like they're not the herald, they're not the awakener, they're not the untouchable, they're not the gatekeeper, and they're not the all-seer. Because not only do they want to steal their energy, they want to take away their fucking identity. They want them to basically think they're nothing. The thing is this person is putting off, or maybe both of them, but really I'm focusing on this all-seer, is putting off all this magic. And oh my God, when I tell you, like this shit just, like I don't understand humans. I don't understand. Like how you think you can dibble and dabble with something dark and make a deal with the devil or make a deal with the demon and think that you're not going to have to pay something back. My cat is looking at me right now. Turn away, green eyes. Turn away. Mrs. Pickles. I call her El Diablo sometimes. She's my baby though. I call her my forever kitten because she weighs like 5 pounds and she has like always weighed 5 pounds. She's like 9 years old. Um, this shit is coming back because and I think part of the karma coming back to this gatekeeper and this all-seer is the fact that this warrior is going another way. Like you can't fuck around with people's lives. And this is someone that initially was for these two people, like of free will. Like this is someone that they didn't need to dibble and dabble with. They could have just used them for the time that they were allotted, and when this warrior woke up, they could have just discarded them. But no, they got greedy. They got greedy. They're like, I need to try and hang on to this person. I need to hang on to this person. I mean, the first mistake was going after the herald. The second mistake was trying to keep this warrior in line with some type of magic. When they had him at the beginning, had him, okay, him or her, it doesn't matter. I am picturing a man though when I say warrior, but I think that's just because, kind of like Gladiator. And I don't even like Russell Crowe, but he was a beefcake in that movie, I'm not going to lie. And yeah, I just said beefcake. Like they had the warrior. They didn't need to fuck around with magic. They had this person in their pocket. And they still felt the need to be like, oh, well, like just in case. But the funny thing is when you do that shit, when you do that shit, it's like God is automatically saying, oh, you know what? Ha 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 ha. You think you're going to throw some magic at this person? Like this person is loyal to you. Why are you even doing that? Throwing it back. Throwing it back. That's why the warrior woke up. They had a loyal person. They didn't need to do that to them. They did it anyway because they're stupid. They're greedy, ignorant. They probably could have. I don't think they would have had the warrior for like long term, but they could have had them a little bit longer. But once they started their bullshit with the warrior, that was it. It was God. It was like God was saying no. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's one thing for them to throw magic at someone they don't like, right? Because apparently they don't like the Herald. If they feel like they need to strip them of everything they have. But they like the warrior. This was their friend, companion, lover, I don't know. All three, maybe. And they still did some voodoo bullshit. Voodoo bullshit. I think the warrior would have woken up anyway, obviously. But the fact that they started throwing the magic there, I think it woke him up all that much sooner. Now, them changing sides and deciding to guard and protect the Herald swiftly, like it comes in swiftly. I mean, what is swiftly? What is divine timing? We talk about this all the time. Like, is this a week, a month, a year? I don't know. I also think that the karma, once this warrior woke up and changed teams, the karma for the rest of the tribe, the gatekeeper, the all seer, that's when it started to come in. And it was probably like a trickle down effect, right? It's probably like little petty bullshit karma type stuff. But it's just going to get worse. Because here's the thing, just because the warrior leaves doesn't mean that these two morons stop. They're still trying to do something to this herald. They're trying to hold on to this false narrative, this false title, these false personas that they made for themselves in the name of this other person. Hi, Beaner. Hi. Are you just gonna sit on the cards, huh? She's literally just sitting on the cards. Where you been? How come you didn't stay on your cat bed, huh? I know, you're distracting me with your beautiness, your beautifulness. All right, there you go. You can come up later. And I don't. So I'm just going to say this because I'm not picking up on any overt sexual energy or anything like that. So if this warrior was messing around with this gatekeeper and this all seer, I don't know. I'm not picking up on that. And I'm not picking up on any sexual energy between them and the heralds. I think they just realize that they're picking on this person for like no reason. Why are you picking on this person? Like, this person is out there living their life, doing their thing. And I think because this herald is the awakener, it awakened something in this warrior. It awakened like this protective side of them that they thought was just for the rest of the tribe. No, like they recognized that there was something authentic and genuine about this person. They recognized something. And they realized, like, well, I'm not with them anymore, but somebody needs to guard this person. So with the Swiftly card, um, this warrior could be coming in to tell this herald all of what was going on. And hey, I left. And hey, I tried to protect you as best I could. I just couldn't. Um, again, I'm not picking up on any like like romance or love or anything like that. It's just someone coming in to tell someone, like, these two idiots were after your ass. Like, they wanted your ass. I do think There's like a half moon there. There's this staff that is like curled, trying to curl itself around the moon. And then here with the tribe, you've got the 3 moons, and they're all splotchy because they were doing something at night with moon magic. They were doing some type of negative bullshit at night with moon magic, and they were trying to basically control the moon, like hold the moon in place, like whatever this herald has coming for them, whatever this herald is supposed to become, aspire to be, right? Do for a living, find love, get married, have children, whatever the case may be. They were trying to stop that. They were trying to stop time with the moon. They were trying to stop things from coming in. And when I when I see it like this, like all splotchy like that, it's like they kept doing it over, like the same spell over and over and over and over and over and over. And when you look at the herald card, look at the herald card. It's a moon, and it kind of has like that green splotchy kind of color, a little bit darker. And there's a hole in there. There's a hole, like a almost like a mirror, right? Or like some type of portal or something. Because whoever this person is, just an FYI, this is probably a lover of the moon, or this is probably someone that manifests on the moon, someone that puts positivity on the moon. The moon, just an FYI, is protecting the herald. So whatever this fucking magic is, and I'm just going to say it, it's almost like the moon was taking hits, like the moon was dying. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's recharging itself when it's not being hit with this bullshit. But it's like it was taking the hit, all the hits for this herald. These 3 stupid people thought it was going to work. And when the warrior left, these 2 stupid people thought it was going to work. But look at that. Look at that. It's almost like the moon is saying, hey, look through this portal, come into this portal. Everything you could ever want is there. It's still coming for you. You are who you are. This is never going to change this. This is someone that's very powerful. This is someone, like to me, they would be like everything wrapped into one. Like this would be a divine being. This would be um, a chosen one, a seer, what are they? A star seed. And this tribe, these 2 people from this tribe, the false all-seer and the false gatekeeper, they probably saw this or felt it. Because again, like I said, they have abilities. I mean, their abilities are going to be fucking taken away because they use them for bullshit for a long time. But they have abilities. So they probably saw something that was coming in for this herald and were like, oh, fuck no, we're going to take that from you. But what do I say? What do I say? Maybe I think I've said it. I think I've said it on here before. What is God given? What is divinely given? You cannot change. The only one that can change something that is divinely given, the only one that can alter something that is divinely given, God given, is God. God themselves. So these 2 morons doing all this magic on the moon, it didn't do anything. This is 2 people that had abilities, right? And saw something in this herald and had no fucking idea what they were doing. And they're like, well, we'll watch a YouTube video, we'll buy a book, and we'll figure it out. honey, honey. And I'm going to say this too. If these two people came from a line of people that had abilities, okay, right? Like they knew, like their mother had abilities, their grandmother had abilities, their great grandfather, whatever. They were being guided by said ancestors, dearly departed loved ones, as I like to call them. They were being guided and they ignored it. Ignored it. Because let me tell you something. If they came from a line of like witches, let's say, warlocks, witches, and they had it in their blood, and that's why they had gifts, that's why they were intuitive, that's why they were psychic, all they would have to do is tap in to their dearly departed loved ones, ask for messages, ask for guidance, meditate to get that, oh, what do you call it? Like their real purpose and their real, like, real spells. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like these two idiots just thought, oh, well, I'm psychic, so I'm just going to go online and pull a bunch of spells and recite them, and, throw some shit at the moon, like I want so and so to die or blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be fine. It's going to take care of everything that I want to happen. Okay, you came back. What are you doing back here? Baby, you gotta go. I love you, but you gotta go. Come on. Yeah. They could have been like great witches and or warlocks, but they didn't, like they were shown to take a different path. They were shown to ask for guidance and they didn't. They just thought they could do it on their own and they just made up their own bullshit. Thank you. And the fact that like most of what they sent, almost all of what they sent didn't work, it doesn't matter. Like you put bad intention out there, God's going to make sure you get that back. Like I don't know what people I don't understand people. So again, this warrior might be coming in with some information for this herald, possibly. Again, in divine timing, because it says swift, but I'm not really picking up on that swift. I'm just saying. Um. Also, I don't know why, and I'm just gonna say this, but when I look at the gatekeeper, when I look at the gatekeeper, um, I no longer see the all seer. And what I mean by that, I'm just gonna say it. When I look at the tribe, like there's the one in the middle that stands out, and there's two on the side. This is the gatekeeper. This is the warrior who left. And when I look at this picture, there's no all seer, just the gatekeeper. So I'm just gonna say this. I don't know. It would be vice versa, but one of these entities, one of these people, is possibly gonna pass on, and I can't really tell like if it's the gatekeeper that passes on and this is them like holding the gate like to a not so nice place, which is just energy, by the way. Or is it the all seer that passes on and the gatekeeper is left to gatekeep the tribe, but there's no longer a tribe? I don't know. But one of them will cease to exist at some point. And when I say at some point, like I'm being nice, like one of them is going to pass on a hell of a lot sooner than the other. I just keep hearing, you know which one it is, you know which one it is. They're going to pass, and the gatekeeper is going to be the only one left. The gatekeeper is going to be the only one left of the tribe, and they're going to basically go down with the ship, right? They're going to always claim that like that the warrior turned on them and the herald was never a positive influence. The herald was the enemy, and the gatekeeper and the all-seer were the victims. Like this is gonna be a crybaby. Like they're gonna hold the gate, hoping that at some point someone will believe them. Which I. The funny thing is, someone was talking about this in a read yesterday or the day before that I was watching. I think it was Bronwyn on YouTube. Um, if you don't watch, you should watch. She's pretty great. She's pretty amazing. But like amazing. You should never want to refer to yourself as a victim. People that refer to themselves as victims are people that are usually not victims. They're like crying wolf. And I mean, just think about it. Like I don't of all the things that have happened to me in my life, of all the crazy things that have happened to me in my life, I cannot remember the last time I referred to myself as a victim. I think I might have even written about it in my book, my first book. Because I think of myself as a survivor, and half the time I don't even think of myself as that. I just think of myself as a human. Like I've had the experiences that I've had. I talk about them so that other people can learn and hopefully like know like it's okay for them to experience the same things and it's okay for them to feel the same things. But at the end of the day, like we all have to move on. We have to go about life. And it's better to just live that life in a positivity rather than negativity. So, like I said, I don't even usually think of myself as a survivor. I think of myself as a human. But this person is going to hold steady that, you know, they were victimized, that they were the one that was wronged. I I just heard the proof is in the pudding, the proof is in the magic. I just heard there's receipts and there's a ledger. So maybe they kept track of when they were doing spells and throwing stuff at the moon, and people got issues, man. Issues. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody has a lovely hump day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.